The rain is gone. A 2-hour delay, but now the sun is out and a sellout crowd ready for 400 miles at Pocono. NASCAR on Prime, ready to bring it to you. Let's put the green flag in the air and make it happen here in the Pocono Mountains.
Go.
Here we go, 3-ride already. Hocevar down to the inside. Buscher's going to try to stay on the outside of that 77. Behind him, 2-3 wide. Hocevar ducks into third position behind Buscher.
Hocevar was third. He's now fourth. Here's what happened coming off turn 3.
Yeah, just a really, really huge slide. Contact with the right rear.
My goodness.
That is the
roof flap. The roof flap was up on this thing.
That is the best save of the year. I think it's got to be a contender.
I mean,
I know that the wall straightened him out, but seriously, man, this car is wrecked.
Look at that thing.
Yep.
He's so sideways, the roof flap deploys.
Yeah.
So the air pressure has changed so much, it is trying to keep the car on the ground. That is out of control.
Denny Hamlin, so good at this racetrack, and he's going to lead them all in this first stint of the race. Back to the green and white checker. Despite all of his success, this is only the second stage win for Denny here at Pocono. It's the fourth time he's won a stage in 2025. Buscher second, Reddick, Briscoe, Jones complete the top 5. This is when you make it happen on restarts. Some of the best anywhere on the circuit right here at Pocono. Front row, Keselowski and Gibbs, stage 2 underway. And they scream down into turn 1.
You see how well connected that outside line is. The inside line does not get a push, so they lose track position. They lose a couple car lengths. Easy for the 6th to clear.
Hamlin getting aggressive. He and Buscher side by side exiting the corner. Keselowski is away.
Buscher stacking up that middle line, that white car right in the middle. Oh boy, 4 wide.
Yeah, 4 wide right here.
Figure it out. We're going to the tunnel turn. Zane Smith in that mix.
Oh, Zane up the racetrack, almost gets into the left rear of the 17. Everybody clear. That's when that dirty air, you're in a pack of cars in that dirty air. Your car just slides across the racetrack. There's nothing Zane can do to keep that car down the racetrack.
Joey Logano, his experience, he gave up the tunnel on entry and said, this doesn't work if I push my way in there. And I think that's the only reason they didn't wreck. And he comes out, I think, the winner with a little forward momentum.
Caution out for the second time today. First time for an incident. Problem for Riley Herbst. We got the monster on board here. You see him pulling his car away. 26th when he had the problem.
Off into turn 1. Downshift. Blows the right front tire.
Hold
Big
the brake,
trouble.
hold the brake. We're in the wall hard here, guys. Staying up.
And you have to wonder, you know, we don't see many right front tire failures.
Yeah.
You have to wonder if there was something that created an issue. Was there contact with the wall, maybe contact with another car in the previous lap? Wild scene on pit road, riding on board with AJ Allmendinger. He's coming into pit road and take a look at this. He's going to hit his tire carrier. Watch this tire.
Look where the tire goes, man! Right in the upper torso, the head area of the rear tire changer for the 88, JP Keeley. He's a D1 lacrosse player, so he's taken some hits before. But this right here, that is a vicious hit. In his hand, it almost looks like, and he drops the gun. You see him, he grabs the gun and gets up and finishes the stop.
Get the restart with 47 laps to go, stage 2. Keselowski, Hocevar out front.
We got Hocevar on the inside there with Denny Hamlin. Nobody's really connected right here. Here comes Denny to the back of the 77.
Red car poking out of line. Cole Custer.
Hocevar dives down into the corner. Can he stay to the inside of the 6? Not able to do it. Rad's going to clear side by side behind him. The teammates from Joe Gibbs. Gibbs, Hamlin, down the back straightaway. Denny wants to side draft a little bit here. Going to be able to do it. Here comes Byron with a run.
Larson out of line, racing his teammate. Chastain trying to make something happen as we hit the tunnel.
Chastain to the inside here is going to take this momentum. A good push from the 45 of Reddick off into turn 3. Oh, Denny Hamlin up the racetrack with his teammate. Byron goes through.
How about William Byron? 2 for 1. Gets the teammates from Joe Gibbs Racing. 24 up to third in the running order.
And Nemechek's going to try to take advantage of this as well. He goes by the 54, right to the back bumper of Denny Hamlin. 23, and Bubba Wallace has an issue, a right side tire. Is this a theme for today?
I don't know. That's a good question. This one had some contact. Which is first, right?
Yeah.
Tire or wall? We don't know. Window net already down. You can tell he has had, like, his frustration is peaked on this 23 car. Just mad. Unplugged. Literally. Radio unplugged already. Look at this.
It took some time, but we do get our third caution of the day.
Down the straightaway.
Oh, flat.
Yeah.
Tire's flat.
Another right front tire. Similar to Herbst.
I was going to say team car.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Hold it up there.
So,
Hold it up there.
The
front.
emotion in his voice, as he could tell that right front tire is blowing, and he has there's no control. The car is going to go straight. Whichever is in front of you is what you're going to hit. And you can hear the emotion in his voice. He knows this is going to be painful. That's what you face when you come to Pocono.
All Penske front row for the restart. Both Logano, Cindric stayed out. Their teammate Ryan Blaney caught speeding on that cycle of stops. Halfway home, just about there, stage 2. We're green again.
Ross Chastain, hard left-hand turn. He did this on the previous restart. Let's see if it works.
Bowman also to the inside of Cindric.
Bowman making it work in that inside lane. He drives through to second. Logano away with the lead.
It's a mess back there in the second half of the field on these restarts. Stenhouse to the inside here, 3 wide down into the tunnel.
Such an aggressive move for that bright yellow 47. Makes it work. Chase Briscoe looking to get some of the 19.
Every restart they make it through turn 1, I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I just can't believe they can get it figured out.
And I hold my breath for Denny Hamlin because he's had such a good race car. But when you make those pit stops and you put yourself in the middle of the mess, it's always so dangerous. You could get damaged or get collected.
Spire continue to impress. Hocevar 5th, Haley right here in 9th, right? 2 cars in the top 10.
Battle for the
And look
lead.
at this, Alex Bowman out of line to the tunnel turn. And he will take over the top spot, driving by Joey Logano.
Oh, that was a power move.
Big
Driving
time.
away, man.
We have the 71 limping around the racetrack, and they're wondering if that's going to bring out a yellow. The 71's on pit road now, so this tire didn't come off the 71. I really think that was the call for the 19, which I like. I love the gamble. Let's see what happens to the 71. No real contact here, and then it just goes down.
The right front explodes. You're wondering if another issue with the brakes.
Stenhouse leading laps for the first time this season as they stayed out here. 15 to go, stage 2. Stenhouse outside of Hocevar.
Oh man, Brad doesn't get to the back bumper of the 47. Advantage right now on the bottom of the racetrack with Hocevar. The push coming from Briscoe. They're going to clear pretty easily down into turn 1. At least the 77 is clear. Stenhouse going to try to stay on that back bumper. He can't do it.
Look at Briscoe. He pushed the 77 out there. 19 coming through, trying to take the top spot. Racing for the lead down the Long Pond straightaway. He cuts up in front of him. Briscoe in charge of the field.
Hocevar could have side drafted on the outside, decided not to. That allowed the 47 to jump to his outside. He's kind of surprised by that now. Hocevar ducks into third. Right there, he loses a ton of momentum. Big crash behind.
Christopher Bell involved, Shane Van Gisbergen,
Kyle
Ty
Busch.
Dillon, Kyle Busch. Caution number 5, and it comes out with just over 10 laps remaining, stage 2.
Kyle Busch in the door of the 38, just gets loose. Right there. And everybody trying to avoid a little contact with the right rear on the number 8. Riding on board with Christopher Bell through this corner. Kyle's going to be right in front of this. Car come around. Christopher Bell locks it down, trying not to hit this inside wall.
Got right back there?
Going to do a good job there. So what happens is this race gets closer and closer to the finish line. Everybody stops giving as much, they start taking more.
8 to go, second stage, as we return to the green flag at Pocono.
Bowman ducking out 3 wide there on the inside, several rows back. Stenhouse possibly clearing. Here comes Briscoe on the throttle. Good momentum, but they're side by side. It's a drag race off of turn 1 down the straightaway.
Stenhouse, great shove in that outside lane from Josh Berry. Can he make it pay off? Side by side for the lead as they head to the tunnel turn. 19 inside is Briscoe, outside is Stenhouse. And they're stacked up side by side behind them.
Josh Berry getting a challenge by Byron back there.
Aaron Jones a part of that group. Chase Elliott back there and Brad Keselowski.
It's like if you have the inside getting into the tunnel, got a real good shot. Oh, the car's into the wall off of, look at everybody.
They just follow the leader.
They're pushing so hard at this point in the race, and that dirty air, they're just coming off that turn, that wall will sneak right up on you. Stenhouse going to drive across the nose of the 21. Berry to the inside, we're 3 wide. Byron on the inside. Who do you side draft now? And if you're Keselowski, who do you help? He's going with the Ford. It's not going to be beneficial to him. He can't get in there, right? He can't go 3 wide into the tunnel, but he's going to clear the 21. Oh, and that's going to cost him. You can look back at this and go, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm losing spots. Lost a lot of spots right there, about 5 or 6 spots to that 3 wide.
Final lap, stage 2. Here he is, Chase Briscoe, having a good day. Qualified good yesterday and paying it off in the race. He's the winner in our second stage. Berry is second. Elliott, Byron, Busher complete the top 5. Final stage at Pocono, 60 to go. Outside lane, Briscoe, Berry to his left.
Good organization and connection by both lines. That outside line is doing a little bit better. You see they got 3 cars together. Denny Hamlin, the 3rd car, makes the difference.
Briscoe dives out front. Busher coming in the outside lane, trying to get to Berry. Chase Elliott is there, so is Denny Hamlin in the 11. Hamlin and Busher starting to reestablish that track position. Started on the front row today, so good early.
I was wondering when we would see them back to the front of the field. They were controlling this race from the very start. They've finally been able to make that strategy work. Now back in the top 3.
Yep, Hamlin up to 3rd. Elliott trying to get 4th, and he does.
John Hunter Nemechek, bottom of your screen, coming off that great finish with Mexico City, right side only. It looks like we have a caution, though.
In the midst of these stops, we get a caution. 7th of the day. Brad Keselowski scored as the race leader. They had not yet made their pit stop in the green flag cycle.
Just gets loose right there. Out of turn 1, I believe.
Yep, Shane Van Gisbergen, last week's winner, locked into the playoffs, getting the victory at Mexico City, but it gets away from him here. Caution with 35 to go.
Ready, green, green, green.
All right, the 12's in the back of the 19. They got help from Chase Elliott as well and out outside line. The inside does not connect, and look at the ground they lose. Oh,
Let's go to the lead.
The 19 pulls down in front of his teammate. That it makes the 11 have to lift. The 12 with a chance to clear is not going to do it. Denny's going to side draft really aggressively. 3 wide behind Adam.
Last 2 winners here, racing for 2nd right now. Blaney outside of Hamlin. Chase Elliott gets up to 4th. Kyle Larson in the picture.
This was a tough restart for that 17. Started on the inside in 3rd. Now he's back here around 6th. Battling for his life. Sounding good so far.
Let me get a little.
Up to full solve.
Through turn 1. And onto the straightaway, leading to the tunnel turn.
Still not stumbling. Good early shift. Keep the RPMs low. Just a little bit early there.
Across the tunnel turn, the short chute, over to turn 3.
Motor still sounding good to me. Off into turn 3. He just needs one more good throttle off of turn 3 here and should be good to go.
What a day for the 19. Good to the last drop. Chase Briscoe saves and wins at Pocono.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.